I'm Bedri Baykam. I was born in Ankara, Turkey. My father was a doctor who turned to become a famous politician in the 50s and the 60s. My mother was an architect engineer, and I started doing art using her materials at home. She was the first one that noticed with my aunt that I was doing things that did not look like children drawing. Then a Turkish painter, Kayhan Keskinok, noticed that. He started writing articles about me, and I started receiving invitations. I was 6 years old. The first one was in Ankara, and then it was Geneva in Switzerland, and then later it was Paris and London. Before getting into actual politics, I was also in the politics of art since 1984. I wrote a manifesto that in time turned out to become a famous one, the San Francisco Manifesto. It was like a rebellion to the fact that 5 big Western nations kept writing art history only for themselves. France, England, Germany, Italy, USA, sometimes Spain. So in 1984, I kind of made a guerrilla act of distributing this manifesto in this opening at the San Francisco Modern Art Museum. Then 5 years later, I did that at the Centre Georges Pompidou in Paris. I was saying that here you chose artists from non-Western countries that only paint in exotic, local, folkloric styles. So you tried to do something good, which is showing non-Western artists also together with Western artists. But you classified them as like, don't do universal things like us. You can just do like folkloric, touristic things like African sculptures or this kind of tapestry. And when I went back to Turkey in 1987, I started seeing that Islamic fundamentalism was spreading in Turkey. And this was a big threat to the realities of the Turkish secular democracy. My art became political right away after I moved to Turkey. I started first doing this 1 meter square of freedom, the box of democracy. I also started writing political articles, books. I've been also involved in politics factually. I was as party assembly member of the Turkish Social Democrats, the Republican Party of the People, which was founded by Atatürk. And I wanted to unite the Turkish left. I did lots of things that I'm not going to tell you here because otherwise it would become a political program. I'm still very involved. I'm one of the 3 spokesmen of the Artists Initiative, which is like a continuous rebellion to the fact that now people are trying to change Turkey with a single manpower system, with only one person reigning over the country and becoming the sole person to take all the decisions for the country. And of course, that I'm against that. It's a long fight, you know, and I've been almost killed 6 years ago by Islamic fanatics when they stabbed me. This was in 2011, but that didn't prevent me from going on. I'm proud to be a Turkish artist. I'm proud to be a Turkish artist. I've always said in the beginning of every line or every person or institution that met me, I always said I'm a Turkish artist. But on the other hand, I do universal art. People have to understand that because you are from one country, it doesn't mean that you have to use only images of that country's past cultural package. That was a long time ago. Now we all have the capacity and the right to choose our influence zones. I like art to breathe. I like art to have contrasts. I like art to have different textures, different layers, depth. And the way it uses depth, the 4Ds use depth, my canvases use depth, my happenings use depth. It definitely fits the Bedri Baykam adventure.